For 3,000 years, a ghost has been haunting the history of Africa. The ancient Egyptians, the builders of the pyramids, called it the Land of the Gods. They described a kingdom so wealthy, its gold was said to be the purest on earth, and its trees wept heavy tears of sacred aromatic incense. This wasn't just a trading partner. It was a place of spiritual origin for the pharaohs themselves. But here's the problem that has baffled historians for centuries. Despite being Egypt's greatest trading partner for over 20 centuries, Punt vanished. No maps survived. No city ruins were ever officially categorized in the history books. To the modern world, it became a myth scholars often dismissed as an African Atlantis. But what if the Egyptians weren't lying? What if we've been looking in the wrong place because we were conditioned to believe that Africa didn't have empires of this magnitude? Today, we stop guessing. We are moving past the folklore. From secret naval expeditions led by female pharaohs, to a 3,000-year-old DNA trail involving mummified baboons, we are finally uncovering the hard, scientific truth about the Land of Punt. Enter Pharaoh Hatshepsut, one of the most powerful women to ever wear the double crown of Egypt. In 1493 BC, she did something no ruler had dared to do in generations. She claimed the gods spoke to her directly, commanding her to find the lost ancient road to the Land of Punt, a road that had been forgotten by her ancestors. She didn't send a few scouts or a small caravan. She commissioned a massive, high-tech naval fleet, the largest the world had seen at the time. When these ships finally touched the shores of Punt, they didn't find primitive tribes or simple villages. They found a civilization that rivaled Egypt's own splendor. They met Queen At, the legendary and powerful ruler of Punt. If you look at the vibrant carvings from Hatshepsut Temple, they show a woman of immense power and unique presence, surrounded by heaps of gold, ebony, and exotic animals. This wasn't a mission of conquest. It was a diplomatic meeting of superpowers. But this raises a dark question. Why did later Egyptian rulers try so hard to keep the location of Punt a secret? And why, after Hatshepsut's death, was her memory and the map to Punt systematically erased from the walls of history? For decades, the academic world was at war. Scholars argued over dusty maps. Was Punt in Arabia? Was it tucked away in India? Some even made the wild claim that it was across the Atlantic in South America. But the answer to this 3,000-year-old mystery wasn't hidden in a book. It was hidden in the genetic code of a monkey. Ancient Egyptians didn't just bring back gold and spices from Punt. They brought back sacred baboons, animals they believed were the messengers of the gods. In 2020, a team of specialized scientists did the unthinkable. Using cutting-edge technology, they extracted mitochondrial DNA from these 3,000-year-old mummies. The results sent shockwaves through the entire archaeological community. The DNA didn't lead to the Middle East. It didn't point to Asia. It led directly back to a specific region in the Horn of Africa modern day, Eritrea and Ethiopia. This is the smoking gun the world was waiting for. Science has officially mapped the location of the Land of the Gods. So, we have to ask, if we now have the coordinates, why isn't this massive empire featured in every history textbook on the planet? If Punt was real, and science now proves that it was what happened to it, why don't we see the same stone ruins we see along the Nile? The truth is, Punt didn't just disappear into the sand. It evolved. It was the sophisticated foundation that built the great Aksumite Empire. It was the original source of the gold and the resources that built the economies of the ancient world. When we talk about Punt, we aren't just talking about a fairy tale or a lost city. We are talking about the undeniable proof that Africa was at the absolute center of global trade and high civilization. Long before the world chose to forget it, the African Atlantis isn't lost anymore. It's right under our feet. Written in the soil and the blood of the people of the Horn of Africa, If you believe it's finally time to rewrite history books and reclaim the truth, hit that like button right now. If you want to join us on our next investigation into the hidden pyramids of Sudan, you need to subscribe to Africa Mystika. The journey has just begun.